Welcome to Be Authentic podcast, a place where we celebrate the beauty and the power of all vibrant feminine archetypes. Here I share stories of my dear sisters showing up in their raw, authentic selves, unfiltered, unapologetic, and utterly awe-inspiring. Join me as we dive deep into the magic of feminine energy and what it means to be truly you. Let's get authentic. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you are as you already know, because we talked about it, the name of this podcast came from me being in awe of my beautiful sisters that I come across of this path that I am walking, and we are walking together. And I am truly in awe of you and all that you have become, although I have not known you for so long, all that you're becoming, all that you have to bring to this world and teach us all. You're truly one of my biggest inspirations and one of my teachers.
Wow.
And every time when we exchange, I feel I can expand just a little bit more and shift my perspective and come to a more aligned place and be more me. And as we talked also yesterday, it's so beautiful, and this morning, it's so beautiful to be able to be in the space where you can be fully you. And you give that to me. And I heard, so I believe that you feel like that as well. So
yeah.
I'm very honored to have you here in my home and on this podcast to be. And super excited to share what you have to share with the world.
Thank you. I love how you said that, because I share with you, I am being authentically me with you. And it's being received so well. And you were saying it creates expansion in you when I'm sharing the things I share that I can share because you're not judging me. So I can be honest and authentic and share myself in a way that is expansive.
Yeah.
So thank you for being open to that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's one of the lessons I'm learning over and over again, how beautiful and amazing and important is to have people in your life where you can be fully you. Because sometimes the world forces us, well, we should probably try not to, but nevertheless we often shrink to fit in the workplace, the society, to match where people are at. But when we're able to have places and people where we can fully expand into what we're becoming, as you said, without judgment, feeling safe, feeling supported. I always say, so I'm going to say it again, discovering sisterhood has been probably one of the most healing experiences in my life. I've never felt so held and seen and heard and without judgment and just truly for what I am, with such a compassion, with such understanding, as in the circles in which we find ourselves sometimes. That, I mean, it's been a revelation. And that is also how this podcast idea came through, is to hold that space in one way or another for as many women as possible to discover that. To discover a place where women grow together, where women support each other, where women are honestly a friend to each other and cheer each other up. Because we live in a world that is sometimes made in a way to pit us against each other.
Yeah.
And someone could blame it on, hundreds of years of patriarchy and our social conditioning. But I think we're rising above that. I think we're getting to a place where we can learn and see how important it is to collaborate and grow together, and that's gonna take us places.
Yeah. We can choose to do that.
Yeah.
We don't have to choose to be in competition with each other.
Absolutely.
Just because it's been in the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So my first question to you is, what authenticity, since that is the overarching theme of this podcast, what authenticity means to you? How do you try to be more authentic in your everyday life? And what is it that you had to overcome, and you still have to maybe overcome every day to be more you, more authentic, and less of what we try to present ourselves to the world to fit in?
Okay. It's a big question. What does authenticity mean to me? Last year, I had 2 keywords for my whole year that I was embodying. One of them was authenticity, and the other was being in my feminine. So those were like my 2 main objectives. So the word and the theme and the subject of the authenticity was like permeating my whole life, and it was my main focus. And for me, it means to be authentic means to be in touch with myself, with my inner world, with my emotions, with my body, with my wants, needs, wishes, desires, and to express it. And to live according to what's true for me. And I found that the gift of authenticity is sustainability. Because if I'm authentic in my relationship with you, meaning I don't overstep my boundaries, I don't do things I don't want to do, I don't make myself feel miserable to please you. If I do that, I don't hold a grudge, I don't feel bitter because I did all these things to please you. And that means that our relationship is sustainable. So it can be uncomfortable sometimes, because I can say no to something you really want to do. And I can be like, no, I don't feel like that. And that can be a bit uncomfortable. Maybe it's something you really want to do. And I'm like, no. So it can be, and sometimes I really have to woman up to ask for what I need. I've been doing a lot of work on expressing my wants, needs, boundaries, all of that. And what's really cool about all of this work is it's all just practice. It's like people are like, oh, I'm not a yogi, I can't do yoga because I'm so stiff. And I usually, when someone says that, I ask the question, do you have a body? And they're like, yeah. Oh, then you're a yogi, then you can do yoga. Because it's a practice for you. You're not comparing yourself with someone who's like super bendable. You're comparing you with yesterday or 10 minutes ago or whatever. If you ever compare, it's a practice. And when you practice, you get better. When I practiced Ashtanga yoga once a week, I noticed that I could go deeper into the poses because I was practicing. And here as well, everything is a practice. And I've practiced in workshops, in retreats, and now I'm practicing in everyday life. I'm practicing with you, I'm practicing with everyone in my life I'm practicing with.
You are, and I have learned so much from you already in this healthy expression of your needs and your boundaries. And I know you did trainings and practiced a lot, but still you have such a wonderful and unique way to do it in how I see it, because really, as I always tell you, you come with a lot of authority and you hold firm boundaries, but then it's expressed with so much grace and so much kindness. And it's not an imposition on another, it's an invitation to another to meet you where you are. And I think that's very beautiful, and you have a real talent in expressing that. I really look up to that.
Thank you. I honestly look at it as a gift. Like, if I want to be your friend, if I want to be around you, I want you to be happy. I want you to be comfortable. I want to, like, if there's anything that I can do for you and give to you without harming myself, I want to give that to you. And I can try to figure out what it is with all my intellect and try to read you. And if you tell me, it's such a gift to me, because then I can know, and then I can decide, is this something I want to give or not? So I've done a lot of work to understand and embody and know that my communication is a gift. When I tell you what I want and need, it's a gift. And when I tell you, even if it's uncomfortable, it's a gift, because you don't have to wonder. If you're like, oh, is she angry with me? Is she like annoyed? If I tell you I'm fucking annoyed, and it's actually not with you, it's with this thing, or I'm annoyed with you because you did this and it triggered me, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but it pushed one of my triggers, so I'm going to be a bit annoyed. then you can relax because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But oh, she's annoyed. You don't have to wonder. So you can, okay.
You just jumped straight into one of the topics that I had in mind, which is exactly the situation we encountered yesterday, where you experienced anger.
Yeah.
And it's an emotion that a lot of us struggle with. Maybe we came from households when anger was not processed in a healthy way, or whatever our story is. I do struggle with it, and I do tend to project myself into it, where I feel like, oh, the person is angry with me, I need to do something, I need to fix it. And you said to me, and it was so beautiful, yeah, I'm just angry right now, and I need to just be angry. Please, you don't need to fix me or do anything. And that was so beautiful and so liberating for me. As much as discomforting as it might have still been, because anger as an emotion can be difficult to process and sit with, I realized it was not about me. I didn't project myself into the situation. I didn't start thinking, oh, what she thinks of me, or is she mad at me? No, you communicated that clearly, and you allowed yourself to be with your anger, and you allowed me to deal with how I feel about that. And that was it.
Would you say I set you free in a sense?
Yeah, in a sense, you taught me how to deal with someone, how to be okay with someone's anger. Because I'm only learning how to be with my anger, and it's also a huge topic because of my relationship to anger. I might have suppressed a lot of mine. Yeah. So I'm only learning to sit with mine, but to sit with someone else's is extra scary, because maybe I've been in situations where someone else's anger projected on me in a way that was, traumatizing in certain ways growing up. And to be with someone who is experiencing anger in my presence and learn that it's not about me and it's healthy because it's not going to lash out or whatever, beautiful. Maybe it was even the first time ever that I have sat with someone's anger in a healthy way and not be scared of it.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for letting me be. Because that's the thing. I have this need to please you. I don't feel comfortable when you don't feel good. So I'm practicing being with that discomfort so that I can hold my own emotion and own it and be like, claim the space for it. Because in the past, what I've done is, oh, she's going to feel bad now that I'm angry. So I'm going to push that anger down so that she doesn't feel bad. But then I feel bad and I have to push that anger and then I have to pretend that I'm all happy. And that's not authentic.
No.
So this authenticity, if I'm staying with it, it becomes impossible to not be authentic.
Yeah.
Because the pain of not being authentic becomes bigger than the courage it takes to stay with what is. So the more you do it, the more impossible it actually becomes to be inauthentic.
That's wonderful.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And this whole work that I'm doing with emotions that I've done since like 9 months or so, I've been really focusing on it, working with a voice coach, connecting with the emotions in my body, voicing them, and really connecting with myself and what's alive in me. Because your emotions are how your body actually understands what's going on in the world. And when we cut ourselves off from them, when we push them down, we take away that information from ourselves. So I've really been practicing with myself, with the voice work. And now I'm practicing in the moment when the emotion comes up to be like, wait, the first instinct is push it down. This is not a good emotion. Let's get away. I want to fix it, get away. But then it's like, oh no, wait. This is something I can be with.
And it's our navigation system, as Abraham would say, no?
Yeah.
And it's the whole point of embodiment. We are so disconnected as society in general from our emotions that we don't have, we are not in touch with that part of ourselves that know instinctively what is sometimes the best decision or the path we want to take, or generally what is most aligned with us. We are completely used to put that in the back seat.
Yeah.
So reconnecting with that, resensitizing oneself to that is important part of the work that we're doing now. And
the other thing is, if you stay with the emotion, it dissipates. But it takes about 10 minutes. And I think that's about the time it took yesterday.
Yeah.
For it to, and then I was happy.
Yeah.
You know, then I was like here, and then I climbed up.
Yeah.
And it automatically happened. We didn't have to do anything to make that happen other than accept it. And I was also loving it and nourishing it, you know. So what happens in the body is you perceive the world through your senses. So your senses send signals to your brain. This is what's happening in the outside world. And then in your brain, this information is filtered through all your beliefs and all your programs. And then that produces a judgment. How am I supposed to respond to this emotionally? And so then that leads to chemicals being released into your blood. The chemicals of emotions, they're called peptides. And they then attach to receptors on your cells in other areas of the body. And that's when you feel the physical sensation of the emotion and the discomfort that, you know, you always feel it somewhere in your body. And that's when you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I don't want it. Let's push it away. But if you stay with it, these molecules are going to detach from the receptor sites and they're going to be washed out by the blood. So it's like a wave of emotion going through you. And if you let it, eventually your body runs out of the chemicals. So chemically, the emotion can only persist for about 10 minutes. And then it runs out. There's no more chemicals left to produce the emotions. So then it dissipates.
Yeah.
The opposite is, oh, no, I want to push this down. I can't. So you spend so much energy holding it. Plus, these chemicals on a quantum level are energy. So it's this energy of negative emotions, and you trap them in the body. And then they're there, and you spend energy holding it there instead of letting it pass through.
Yeah.
And then freeing that energy for life and manifestation and creating what you want.
And someone should teach us this in school, because we actually contract and hold on to so much that people who, you know, encounter the whole embodiment or awakening path, whatever you want to call it, have so much to undo with all these emotions that are stuck in our body, the whole somatic world out there that is needed. That one needs to undo all these emotions. But
all this because no one taught us that it only takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
No one often allowed us to feel our emotions.
Oh,
right?
don't cry. Don't cry.
Exactly. The conditioning of our growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, we are not taught to sit with our emotions. We are taught this is good and this is bad. You're not allowed to cry, or don't feel like that. It's not that big of a deal. So, I mean, if we were just only taught these things early on, probably it would have been much easier. Yeah,
because most people are very uncomfortable with being around these emotions. Like you were uncomfortable with being with my anger. And it was a quite soft anger, you know? It wasn't like a rah anger. It was like I just need to be angry right now. I'm pissed at this.
Yeah.
I need to rant a little bit. I need to be a little bit angry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I loved how you communicated it, you know? It's like, I just need to be angry right now. This was amazing because, and we were talking in another context today, I like when it's upfront said. Or for instance, when someone needs to withdraw to process their emotions, tell me, I'm going to withdraw for a few hours, few days, few weeks, whatever you think it's that you need, or just, you know, until I'm able to come back to this conversation, but don't just disappear and then tell me later, because, you know, we all have our own, well, it can be abandonment wounds or whatever else, but I'd much rather appreciate this information up front. So that I can know how to deal with it while it's going, instead of ex post knowing, that was the reason.
So you can relax.
Yeah. And then you can be whatever you be. You can be angry, you can be withdrawn, you can be, you know, but I think that helps, the communication. And you have very strong communication skills.
Thank you. I've been practicing a lot. I've been reading, I've been studying, I've been practicing. So it helps.
Yeah. Yeah. You touched upon manifestation. And I'm curious to hear more, because I know you are one of the master manifestors in my world, at least. You're doing a really good job at staying at a very high vibration and you know, just bending life as per your, I don't know how would I frame it, you know, like desires. Yeah, desires are a good way. Of course, life sometimes happens, and like this situation we had yesterday happens, and it challenges us, and we have to also deal with negative emotions. But I think you're a great manifester. So if you want to share a few words of how that comes about.
Okay. I believe that your point of attraction, which is what you're manifesting into your life, is the result of what you feel about what you think. So your thought is like if you compare it to electromagnetic signals, this is how Joe Dispenza also describes it. Your thought is what you're sending out. Your emotion is the magnetic component that draws things in. Yeah. So if you're thinking about love and men and relationship, and your thought is there are very few good men out there, and you feel quite bad about that thought, what you're going to attract is more reasons to feel bad about how many or how few good men there are out there. Right? And if you feel a little bad about it, you're going to attract a few reasons to feel that way. If you feel very bad about it, like the magnitude of the emotion is the magnitude of the attraction. So if you feel super bad about how few good men there are out there, you're going to attract so many reasons and so much proof that that is true. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yes.
So then if you change, first of all, if you can release all of those emotions about that, then there's no magnetic power anymore. Then the thought is neutral. There's nothing drawing that to you. And then if you take it a step further and you take that thought out of your subconscious mind and you stop saying it and thinking it, and you're like, okay, what do I want to be true instead? Something like, the men in my life are amazing. Yeah.
And it's exactly what we've been doing yesterday, the whole day.
Yeah.
The universe was making love to us. We were just moving through the city and getting all this beautiful feedback and, you know, gifts even. Just by being open to.
I told the waiter that I didn't like the falafel. And what did he do?
Gave us free
dessert. Because he wanted to, and he did it with so much joy.
Yeah.
Because I communicated, like, here's my gift of feedback.
Yeah.
Would you like to know, there was something I didn't like about the food. Do you want to know? I don't have to tell you, but do you want to know? And he's like, yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
And then I told him, so for my taste, this was not a good fit. And this is why. And he was like, thank you. I need to tell the chef. And like,
yeah.
And then when I was paying, he was like, do you have to go immediately? I was like, I don't know why. I want to give you dessert. And I was like, I can stay for dessert. Yeah. Which is so cool because I was giving negative feedback.
Yeah.
But it was perceived as a gift.
Indeed. And that is the talent that you have that I pointed to. With you, you do it with so much grace that what someone would be triggered by, like, oh my God, she's complaining. No, it's like you do it with so much kindness and grace and truly, you know, honesty from your heart and no hard feelings with it, that it brings back gold or desserts.
And desserts. So, we also got chocolate yesterday in that chocolate shop. With the ice cream?
Yeah.
She kept giving me chocolates to try.
Yeah, I was like, I hope she buys something because she ate just so much chocolate right now.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, I definitely am buying something from here.
Yeah. People were very kind yesterday to us. And I think the credit is due to how you show up in the world and how open you are to the world, how much you see people and how much you're open to connect with people and give them joy and get the joy back. And that's something that I want to do more of going forward now when I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
Making love to the world.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like I said in the retreat where we met, and I said, I want to make love to the world, whether it wants it or not. Like, no consent. And That needs to be modified a little bit. I'm all about consent.
Yeah, I know.
I'm all about boundaries and consent and all of that. But my point was, I don't want to dim my light. I don't want to be less radiant than I can be just because someone can't hold it. Like, I really want to make love with the world. That's how I want to live.
And that's what you should do.
Yeah.
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 Amazing.
And some days I really feel like I can do it. And like I told you yesterday, because like where I live, there's not many people. There is not much to feast your eyes on except nature is beautiful. And here there are so many beautiful people, and I can, oh, look at those arms. Or like, you know, I'm allowing myself to really take it in and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see beauty in everything. That's
Yeah.
what makes life beautiful.
And everybody has something that's beautiful. Yeah. Everybody, like everybody has beautiful eyes. I've hardly seen any eyes that aren't beautiful. And I like telling people because they should know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You make their day probably by
Yeah.
telling them something beautiful about them.
Yeah.
I wanted, well, you touched upon things that I think also relate to the whole wisdom that you carry in your work. You've done a lot of trainings and education, and you do an amazing job at coaching people out of their limiting beliefs. I have seen it firsthand. I love, I've also told you that, I love how you, and you just did that a second ago, bring together the biology and energy. So somehow it all really makes sense. And kind of brings it back to earth, like grounds everything that we're talking about in science as much as in the spiritual. So yeah, and I know that your work is also a combination of these perspectives. I know that you are a very grounded person and person who likes to understand everything instead of taking it at a nominal value. So yeah, if you want to share a little bit more of the modalities of healing that you do and the coaching that you do.
Yeah, I'll do that. I never thought I would be an energy healer. Like if you had told me that 5 years ago, I would have been like, no, you crazy girl. Or maybe not 5, it has to be like 7, 8 years ago, because I started learning energy healing 7 years ago. So I'm a biologist. I'm a hardcore skeptic, science mind, like, yeah. I'm also spiritual. I've been spiritual for over 20 years. That's when I was introduced to Abraham Hicks and started learning about the law of attraction, and it all made sense, but there was like 2 parts of me that never met. The scientist and the spiritual person were like here. And then I discovered Bruce Lipton, and he's a biologist, and he explains how the law of attraction works on a cellular level. So he like brought science and spirituality together for me, and I was like, and he says that your beliefs are the framework or the blueprint for your life. So if you can change your beliefs, you can change your life. And then he says, my favorite belief change modality is PSYCH-K. So I was like, aha, then that's what I need to look into. So I looked into PSYCH-K and I was like, this makes sense. And that's the first modality that I learned. So PSYCH-K is short for psychological kinesiology. And it's basically a collection of, what's the word? It's called processes. A PSYCH-K balance is called a process. So it's a collection of processes designed to rewrite your subconscious mind. So basically, if you want to believe, for instance, that I'm excellent in front of the camera. Let's say you're afraid to be in front of the camera and you want to believe I'm excellent in front of the camera. Then what we would do is I would use muscle testing or kinesiology to muscle test to see if that's part of your subconscious belief system. And if it's not, I would ask if it's safe and appropriate to install it in your subconscious mind. And if it is, we would do like a 5-minute process to do it. And then it's in there. And then we would muscle test to see, is it actually done? So it's kind of similar to some other modalities, with the difference of the muscle testing, which is the conscious mind gets confirmation that it's actually done. So PSYCH-K is kind of like having if your subconscious mind is a hard drive, It's like having the screen and the keyboard suddenly to see what's in there and reprogram it. It's really cool. So you can decide what you want to believe. And because your beliefs are the blueprint for your life, that means you can change your life by your beliefs. So that's PSYCH-K. That's one. And with the like your thoughts are what you're sending out, that's the thoughts. Your subconscious beliefs are constantly active. So then the other component is the emotional component. So then the second modality I learned is called emotion code. So you remember when I said if you don't allow yourself to feel the emotion, you push it down and the energy gets trapped. The molecules, which is energy, gets trapped. And it's in there and it's vibrating, attracting more reasons to feel the same way from the universe. And the beauty of the emotion code is, again, using muscle testing, kinesiology, you can figure out what the emotions are, and then we release them. It's a really quick and to the point and easy process that anyone can actually learn how to do. And yeah, so for instance, if there's something you want to achieve, let's say you have an ache somewhere or pain somewhere, we can figure out, are there any trapped emotions contributing to this pain, and release them. Like there's a great example in the book called The Emotion Code, where this guy has a tennis elbow and he's like 35 or something. And so he goes to see a practitioner, finds a trapped emotion related to one of his girlfriends from college. Yeah, release the emotion. And then another emotion, next girlfriend from college. He was playing tennis then in college. And then next emotion, it was like 5. He had 5 girlfriends. I'm not going to judge. But so releasing those 5 emotions and his elbow is fine. And these emotions were all from when he was playing tennis, which I've tried tennis once and it's really hard. It's really and it's a lot of pressure and a lot of, you're beating your body up pretty bad, when you're playing tennis. So often these emotions can get trapped where your body's already weak. So it makes sense that they were here and releasing them, and his elbow is fine. So that's like a physical thing, but you can also ask about, okay, so let's say I'm super nervous about a meeting tomorrow and I want to feel better about it. So what emotions can I release to feel better about my meeting? And you can work on anything. You just ask the right question. Like, I want to get better at Spanish. Okay, what emotions can I release to be better at Spanish? To easier learn. So that's the emotion code. That's for releasing trapped negative emotional energies. And then an expansion of that is the body code. So that's a modality where, again, you're using muscle testing to figure out what's the problem. But it's not just emotional energies, it's anything that can be imbalanced. So the chart or it's an app. So you ask, is it on the left or on the right? And then you check which one it is, you click, and then the new menu opens up, and you do that until you get to it's like a mind map when you expand it. So it has all the body parts, it has all the systems, organs, glands, teeth, everything. So you can figure out where it is and what's imbalanced. And it has everything that can be imbalanced. So it can be negative beliefs, it can be saboteurs, which is like negative energy sent by someone else. Not necessarily consciously, but if you're super mad at someone, you can kind of send them a little voodoo energy, without even knowing.
Yeah.
So that can also be there. Entities, allergies, all sorts of things are there. So you can find and release anything that's causing an imbalance in your body, which is really cool. And then the other extension of that is the belief code. So here you can find negative belief systems and release them. So whole systems of negative beliefs. And doing that is going to adjust your point of attraction. So in the work I do, I usually say, if you don't know what you want, that's exactly what you're going to get. So the first thing we do is we decide what do you want? Like if you want a new relationship, like we did yesterday, I was like, what's your dream man like? Tell me about your dream man. I want to know everything, And we are specific as long as it's fun. If it becomes icky, we stop being specific. So we're specific as long as it's fun. And I'm like, if you could have everything, if you don't have to limit yourself at all, let me know more, you know? So we do that. We define what you want. And then if we would do energy work on that, we would work on your subconscious mind by releasing trapped emotions, changing your belief system so that your subconscious mind matches what you want. Because then your automatic behaviors will take you there. And you will attract, because your point of attraction is changed to that. So you will get it. It's really cool. It's like, it almost feels like it should be illegal because it's so efficient and so fast. I mean, you can do all of this somatic work and like imagine releasing, like in a session, we can release 20 trapped emotions. Super easy, without drama. I mean, there can be crying too, and that's always welcome. But if you were doing that somatically, oof, that's a heavy session, you know?
Definitely. Yeah. And it takes more time probably to sit with all of it.
I love both though. I love the combination. I love the ease of what I do because it feels like a hack. And I love doing the deep work. I love the somatic because I love being in my body. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with the world and helping each of us release a bit more and come into our own selves and authenticity a bit more. Also just by being and emanating all this knowledge that you have and the embodiment that you already are embodying.
Thank you. The beauty of being authentic too is that you don't have to trap all of these emotions. You know, if I get to be with my anger, I don't have to stuff it down and spend my energy holding it down. I can actually express it. And it's so nice when you get to do that with people who welcome it. Like a while ago, I was with someone and I was a bit annoyed because the restaurant we were at didn't have anything for me to eat because I have allergies and things. And I was annoyed and I was like, these fuckers don't have anything for me to eat, you know? And he just looked at me and just said, I love your angry whispers. And for me, that felt like such an exhalation. What he was saying to me was, you're good enough. There's nothing wrong with you. I agree with you. They are fuckers. They should definitely have something for you to eat. And you're welcome in your annoyance. You don't have to be happy to please me. And that felt so good. Yeah,
that's wonderful. All of you is welcome. Even the annoyed you, even the pissed you. That's so healing as well to receive.
It is.
I think it was for me on a few occasions.
So for me, when I do my work, when I go to all these retreats, I practice, you know, emotional expression. I do all of this. I practice in everyday life. It's because I want to expand my capacity. I want to grow my container so I can hold myself and I can hold others. So I can give them the gift of being authentic and me being cool with it, you know? And in my sessions, a lot of the times my clients will cry. And then I pause and I say, let's be with that emotion. Let's honor this emotion a bit. Your tears are really welcome here, you know? And that might be the first time someone hears that. And then we just stay with it. And sometimes because I connect with them energetically, and sometimes they can't express, and I sit there and I cry. So I cry their tears for them, which is really beautiful. It's such a gift. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm enjoying this so much. It's so fascinating that I can sit here and cry your tears. And when it's done, I'm happy. It's like nothing happened because it's just energy flowing through me. And it's so beautiful. I love it. That's why I have the best job ever.
That's so important.
Yeah.
That you enjoy every day what you do.
I really do.
I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy that you were my first guest, let's call it, in this environment, in this setup. You have so much to share. And I'm in awe of you. And I love you. And I just decided that I'm going to close this with a hug.